That's funny because Scottie Pippen said this like 2 years ago, maybe even longer, and people lost their minds when he said it. I think he said it like 2014 or something like that about my LeBron being better than Michael. Listen, I did the truth behind the Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen beef, which I'm gonna put at the end of this video, so y'all can go back and watch it and get caught up in the history of their competition on and off the court. These guys have been retired. They're not coming back to play in the NBA. Neither guy. And Scottie Pippen always, looked at LeBron James as a player such as himself because LeBron James is on top of the NBA right now. And to say he's more like me and he's better than Michael, so what's that saying about you and Michael? You see, that's the narrative he's trying to paint, to put himself on a higher plateau. But to be truthfully honest, the only thing, I mean, he's right about one thing. LeBron James is a Scottie Pippen type of player. They're not the same player, but he's that type of player, which means a role player. He's a role player. But the thing about LeBron is, even though he's a role player, they could build around him because of the way the league is set up now. See, if LeBron James early in his career had a Jordan on his team, Jordan could have took the weight off of his shoulders. LeBron had to be the A guy from the moment he came into the league. Like all the camera, all the media was on him. Nobody was worried about Scottie Pippen from Central Arkansas. People were thinking you were going to be out the league in 3 years. Nobody expected anything from you. Now, Scottie became an essential piece in the Chicago Bulls' success, but to be honest, everything hinged on Michael Jordan. So no, none of the weight had to fall on Scottie's shoulders. All the big shots, all the big moments were done by Michael. Scottie come down there. I mean, when Michael was gone, they didn't even let you, and that was your best season. You averaged like 24 points that season. They wouldn't even let you take the last shot of the game. They didn't trust you for that. And you got mad and sat on the bench. So they took that from you and gave it to Tony Kukoc. Why? Because Tony was hitting those game-winning shots. And when they benched you, Tony Kukoc hit the game-winning shot. He was a better shooter than Scottie Pippen, and Scottie just couldn't take it because he's like, "You wouldn't have done that to Michael. It's my time. It's my team." And the Bulls were spiraling out of control and almost missed the playoffs until Michael had to come back and save Scottie again. Now, when you look at everything in its totality, I'm not the greatest Michael Jordan fan in the world. Never rooted for him when he played in that Chicago Bulls uniform. But I'll tell you right now, I was aware that he was the threat. He is a problem on that court that has to be addressed. He's a scoring machine. He's probably the best scorer that we've ever seen in the NBA. Next to his is him and Kobe, 1A and 1B, the best at scoring the basketball. Now, best overall player, then you're talking about Isaiah Lloyd Thomas III from the Detroit Pistons. You're talking Oscar Robertson. You're talking people who had an all-around game. At one point in Michael's career, he was the best player in the game when he figured it out. Like, I don't have to kill myself to get all these numbers. I can get this and we can win by 20. Easy, just by using the team. And once he started to figure that out, the game kind of really slowed down and became like a crawl to him. It was like, I could do this every night. Like, no one even knows even how to stop what we're doing. And you saw Michael just go to a plateau that nobody's ever been to. Every night, no matter, it was no off nights. Mike would perform every night, no matter if you were the Sacramento Kings or you were the Portland Trail Blazers or the Lakers or somebody. You were going to get the same Michael Jordan every night. Now, as far as LeBron James, they've watered down this league, made it very easy to score. They put you on the free throw line for the tackiest things. The referees are very inept. They don't call fouls on him. They let him get away with whatever he wants to on the court. He's pampered, powdered, and pampered. That's him. And he still cries. So, with that being said, how great is he really? He's not have to face the rules of the game. So, you can't compare Jordan to LeBron. The passing lanes are open. What accounts, and this is what Oscar Robertson says, what counts as an assist today didn't count as an assist yesterday. Meaning that what was counted as an assist, you pass the ball to somebody, if they take two dribbles or whatever, it's not an assist anymore or some. They don't know. They don't really classify what's an assist and what's not anymore. It's so vague. But they'll use that to build their stats. I mean, Lonzo Ball got two triple doubles right now. What does that really mean? Is he a great basketball player because he got two triple doubles and about what, six double doubles in his rookie year? What does that mean? I think he's played hard basketball. He's playing with his heart, but I don't think he's efficient enough. I don't think he's having a better year than Fox or Tatum and any of these other players that came out. Because this is a flush of new rookies that came into the NBA, and a lot of them have overachieved what people thought they were going to do in their first years, being 19 years of age. Which means what? The league's not that tough, or they just that great. And I'll say the league just isn't that tough and isn't that hard anymore. It's very easy to score. I've never seen this many open shots off pick and roll. People doesn't know how to guard the pick and roll. And there are so many teams in transition of starting over and getting young that all of these teams are like 22, 23, and you're the veteran on the team. I've really never seen that in the NBA where like all these teams are doing it. To the fact that there's probably like 7 or 8 teams in the NBA that are actually pretty good, and the rest are barely holding on. So out of 30 teams, you got 8, which means what? As far as the total capacity of what's going on, if you look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is simple. The NBA is going to start to lose money in their other teams. In the Detroit Pistons, the Pacers. If they don't start winning games and looking good, your smaller teams are going to start to suffer. You already seen the Nets owners, sell on part of his ownership of the Nets because it's not bringing in any revenue. A lot of teams are losing money every year. Pistons just got this new facility in Detroit. Let's see if they're making money and will they make money. They're trying to keep this team afloat. They moved out of Auburn Hills because they weren't selling it out. So now they moved to another place in the heart of Detroit. So people don't have to drive 40, 50 miles out to go see the Pistons. I used to like the stadium was right by that mall. So that's what I used to like, that mall out there at Auburn Hills. But anyhow, I digress from the point. And we're going to get right back to it because I'm going to bring this up to you. Here's another reason why Scottie is so vocal about LeBron James being better than Michael. He's mad at Michael. He's upset at Mike. And I'm going to tell you why he's upset at Mike. Mike used to hang out, him and his wife used to hang out with Scottie and his wife. Then they kind of isolate themselves away from Scottie. Scottie Pippen tried to buy an NBA basketball team with Christian Laettner and a couple other guys. They're going for ownership. And Michael didn't want nothing to do with it. And these guys from North Carolina, Mike's neck of the woods and all this stuff. Mike didn't want no parts of it at the time. When they tried this, he didn't own the Charlotte Bobcats yet during the time. And Michael wasn't interested in the bid and joining. Scottie lost a lot of money in the deal because they never got their money back that they put up for the bid. And Scottie's like, okay, well, where's our money? And Christian Laettner was supposed to give them their money back, and he didn't. And now they had to sue Christian Laettner for the money. They only got partial of it back, and they didn't get all of it. And Christian Laettner or whatever, they relationship strained with Scottie Pippen. And Pippen at a point like, look, I need my money, man. That was millions of dollars gone. And Scottie didn't have a very lucrative career, but he lost a lot of bread. So he wanted that money back. So he couldn't hang with Mike no more in these functions because they're on a budget. Because a lot of money, millions of dollars are gone. Scottie's got to watch what he's spending. He's got to watch what he's doing. Now he's got to go to work to help keep his wife in diamonds. That's why she's out here nailing Future and all this stuff. She hanging out with her rich friends and you can't keep up with that lifestyle. She's not gonna want to stick around. She want to go play. So he felt Michael's the type of friend that could assist in a situation like that. Use some influence or cut him a check, help him out. And Mike wasn't around. Mike wasn't available during that situation for him. And they weren't those type of friends. And Mike went kind of dead on the rock. Now he know he can't come out and bash Michael, but by saying another player is better than Michael and all of these things, he knows that would jab at Mike. And Mike could never come out and address anything like that because Mike is too smart. He'll never do it. But Mike is the reason that Scottie Pippen was picked as one of the 50th great NBA basketball players of all time, which was an insult. Because I don't think Dominique Wilkins was mentioned in the 50th great basketball players of all time, but they put Scottie Pippen over Dominique Wilkins, which is insulting in itself. Dennis Rodman was better than Scottie Pippen, even though he didn't score a lot of points. Dennis Rodman could get you 20 points if you asked him to. Dennis, we need you to score tonight. Dennis would get you 20 points and 20 rebounds. That was Dennis Rodman. He was a game changer and has the highest winning percentage of any basketball player. Wherever he went, he produced. And if you look at the numbers, Scottie Pippen really didn't do anything. He didn't. He was a complimentary player. So I really am having a hard time with Scottie Pippen please being in one of those players that they call the 50th greatest in NBA history. To me, that's insulting to the greats before him. And the fact that Michael got him in the Hall of Fame. I mean, Scottie Pippen numbers aren't really Hall of Fame to me. What he did in Houston, he played there 1 year and quit on the team because he sucked it up in the playoffs. They paid him $30 million thinking he was going to be the man, and he wasn't. He went to Portland and couldn't control that team, even though he was supposed to be the veteran leader that helped them when they was up big on the Lakers and lost in Game 7 when they needed somebody to step up, and he couldn't. This is Scottie Pippen. Now, you rate him how you see it.